Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conscious Conversion. Thank you so much for listening. The date of this recording is June 3rd, and there is a lot going on in the world right now. So wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I'm sending you all of my love and support. And I hope that you and your family and your loved ones are faring well right now. I am very honored to introduce you to today's guest. Master Mingtong Gu is the man who brought a profound 5,000-year-old form of Chinese healing to the West in the form of wisdom healing Qigong, and is bringing it forward as a vital practice in this time of COVID-19. As a child growing up in China during the Cultural Revolution, Master Mingtong endured hunger, poverty, and a long separation from his birth family. Despite these incredible hardships, he became the first from his village to attend college, earning a bachelor's degree in mathematics, followed by 2 master's degrees, including an MFA from Ohio State University. As a graduate student in art, Master Mingtong discovered the treasures of his own culture through the spiritual iconography of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, while practicing yoga, Tantric Buddhism, and Qigong. In 1997, Master Mingtong returned to China for Qigong training under Grandmaster Dr. Peng Ming, a Qigong Grandmaster trained in Western medicine and traditional Chinese medicine, and the founder of the world's largest Qigong hospital. During his training, Master Mingtong observed thousands of cases of chronic and so-called incurable diseases being healed at this medicine-less Qigong hospital, which treated 200,000 plus patients with more than 185 different illnesses, with a 95% effective improvement rate. Could this medicine-less Qigong facility be duplicated in the West? Sold on its benefits, Master Mingtong dedicates his life to advancing the practice and a place to teach it in the United States. Hence, the Qi Center just outside of Santa Fe, New Mexico, one of my favorite spots in the whole world. It was founded to bring wisdom healing Qigong to thousands of people in the United States, China, and Europe through his retreats, workshops, books, and online educational programs. But today, he is here to tell us how wisdom healing Qigong can help you resist the COVID-19 virus, decrease your stress, feel more connected in a time of isolation, and even heal faster if you've been stricken by the virus. Master Mingtong, thank you so much for being here today. I'm honored to talk with you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for this opportunity to share with you, share with all the listeners.
Yeah. I'm so curious what impact it is that you intend to have on the world over the course of the next 5 years. What do you hope to see?
You're starting a big question.
I know.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that lately more so than any other time, in a sense of reconnecting with my purpose, vision, and I think most of us are struck by all these challenges and learning to asking these questions deeply also. So thank you for starting there.
I like to go deep fast.
Yes. So it's a wonderful validation, in the last couple of months, especially lately in last couple of weeks. When I come back to that question again, it's really 2 pieces standing out. One is continuously sharing wisdom healing Qigong, with the world, especially through the online program. And now we have the technology, we have the need, we have a profound, information available, but more importantly is really the process of transformation is different from just sharing the information. So one of the vision I want to do is practicing with the students, with the practitioners from around the world, 500 people together, 5,000 people together, but not only just occasionally, but a consistent basis. And that is not just like an app, whenever you want to click, then you do whatever you can, but it's really collectively, consistently making the dedication slow live stream practice, not just 5 minutes, but really, as long as we can. That is one of way of formulating my vision. And the second is really sharing the Chi Center here in Santa Fe, not only as a place of deeper diving into healing, transformation, awakening, but also it's an incredible place, as you know, so much magic, so much spiritual presence here. And to share that power of nature as, one of the most powerful medicine, we have. And we have been really disconnected from that in the modern life. And most people even have a spiritual longing for this connection, but also it's very hard to get to when we're living in a big city, living in, in a very busy environment. So these are two things continue to stand out in my vision. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, no, thank you for that beautiful answer. I just absolutely love the vision of a sort of this punctuated, rhythmic, collective practice, and how powerful that could be. 50, 500, 5,000 people all in one place doing the same thing. Do they need to be in one place, or could it's live streamed? So you could be in your home collectively participating in this with 500,
right.
5,000 or 50,000 other people.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You can, access, but really dedicating your practice at the convenience of a home. So when you're working with the source energy, I say, the energy is everywhere. It's there for you to access. But how to access effectively, not only with your personal skill, personal commitment, but by connecting with the collective purpose, collective presence, far more heart, far more mind. So, which has no boundary. So that's where we can creating an incredible, powerful energy presence on the planet Earth. And many organizations is doing that right now. But how we can really uniting together and with a sense of consistency, commitment. And that is the place I'm really sharing, this message. Yeah, inviting as many people as can to join this process. And right now we're starting, we have been doing it for almost 2 months already. We started every day, 1 hours of meditation. People join from everywhere. And that's the free service we're offering. Lately, we transitioned to new schedule 3 times a week. So that's been happening.
Beautiful. Well, if there's a link for people to find out more about that, we'll definitely want to include that so that folks can join in on that beautiful practice. And I also love what you said about getting people more into nature. And I think right now more than ever, it's so important. For the last several months, people have been cooped up, and at least in the big cities, people are cooped up in their apartments, unable to really get out and be in nature and to gather and create that sort of collective energetic channel. So I think your work is really, really important right now. Thank you.
My project. I cannot think of any better thing to do.
Right? I know.
My life.
Yeah, that's beautiful. How has your work shifted in the last several months, given everything that's happening right now?
Yeah, the main shift is shifting from in person to online. Even we have started an online program 10 years ago, and I was being very persistent. And back then the technology is not that sophisticated, but I know that's important. I know that's the future. And so that's the first shift, is everything moved online. Second shift is really more frequency now. Before, the class more happening once a week and so on, so occasionally online retreat, or in-person retreat, seasonal and so on. But now it's more frequency. as I mentioned, the free, practice 3 times a week, then other program, more advanced training also happening, 3 times a week, even more. So that frequency is happening now. And that is also for the need of pandemic, for the need of people, experiencing so much stress, in all levels, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual even. So that's where we really acknowledging this is also an opportunity for us to learn. Basically, we really, in this time of humanity, most important thing, the practical language is we're learning how to take care of ourselves. And then we, take care of ourselves like more lovingly, more compassionately, more wisely, more effectively. So then we can learn to take care of, other people's, not just our family, our community, more compassionately, more lovingly, but also more wisely. Then we can also learn how to take care of the planet Earth more effectively, more lovingly. And there's so much healing needed for the planet Earth as well.
And it all starts with ourselves, yeah.
Exactly. And I feel the healing is one of the best container, purpose, a way of framing our choices, our connection, our deeper, whatever unfolding of the next step. Yeah. In order to, living with a new vision, we have to heal from whatever old history, whatever old patterns, and whatever individual stagnation as well, collective challenge, obstacle we're facing. And so realizing a new vision and healing the past is the same process. It's the same process. So when we hear the past, we naturally open into the new vision. So I feel right now is one of the lessons as we started conversation before this interview. I'm learning is really how to open to the moment, open to the uncertainty, open to the unknown, from which the new vision can arise. And in order to open, we have to also learn to letting go of whatever attachment of the past, whatever is not working anymore. So it's like both is challenging. Letting go of the past is challenging for human beings with so much attachment, so much identification, so much want to have a safety based on what is familiar. So that is difficult already. Then second part is opening to the new, to the unknown, to the uncertainty. That's another level of challenge. But I feel these two challenges is related, inseparable, and same time providing us an opportunity to really embrace what is possible.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. What kind of people do you feel like resonate with you the most?
That's a good question. I think in general, for people, usually after they have searched everything, have tried everything.
You're their last resort.
Right. For all the health concerns, all the diagnosis, all the emotional issue, even mental, spiritual issue, they have done all kind of, allopathic medicines, alternative medicine, even different spiritual modality, everything already to work to a certain degree. Yeah. Then they're realizing the missing piece. Oh, the missing piece is myself. The missing piece is energy. The missing piece is, a deeper, addressing the deeper cause of disease, deeper cause of suffering. And that takes responsibility, takes much greater responsibility than people admit, are ready to engage. But without realizing, this responsibility is so simple, it's so accessible, and it's so fulfilling. So after people tried enough, realizing, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do this as long as I want. Oh, I can do this for the rest of my life if I choose to. So then it's a gradual process. So people really, if they can relating to this idea of self-healing, self-empowerment, after they tried everything, then this is naturally, that can resonate naturally. And often I say, nothing is wasted in the past. Everything you have done is bring you to this present moment and for you to make a more wise choice. Yeah, more important choices.
Yeah, I love that. This, I think it's so important right now, this self-empowerment and the self-responsibility. And I mean, especially right now with everybody so scared of a variety of things, people are in a lot of fear right now. And when people are afraid, a lot of people tend to look outside of themselves for answers and tend to look outside of themselves, to pharmaceutical companies, to Western medicine, to the government, to various things outside. And when I believe that the place that we really need to go is within, and how can I heal myself, take responsibility for my part in this and what I can do, as opposed to like, where can I get permission or where can I get a quick fix?
Right. So one of my diagnosis for, all the, not just health issue, but all the human problem we have is really two things. One is the way we grown up in whatever culture. Yeah. This kind of tendency depend on something else and depend on someone else. And then the opposite of that is same kind of way of thinking is blaming something and then blaming someone else, whether it's a history, someone in your life, or authority or the government system, whatever, as you said. Yeah. So that is when biggest problem.
Yeah.
And that is opposite of self-healing, self-empowerment. Yeah. Self-responsibility. And the second one is disconnection. Is in the mind body is so disconnected. Right now it's like we mentally responding to all the stressors, all the problems, and couldn't find any solution. So then the mind continuously feel the victim of what's happening, and without knowing that this body is carries so much stresses. Yeah. And the stress on one hand is part of life. But if you're not aware the body carry the stress, then the stress is going to continuously disable, the function of your body, even your heart, your spirit. So then one day we wake up, say, oh, why have this diagnosis? As if, something happened overnight. And I often say, nothing happened overnight. Everything is happening accumulatively, slowly, from the invisible realm to more tangible realm, then eventually in the physical realm. So the disconnection, yeah, the mind disconnecting from the body, disconnecting from our heart, disconnecting from what's happening, what is true in the body in this moment, whether it's comfortable, uncomfortable. So that is the second problems. And these two problems is really related. Yeah. When the mind body disconnected, then we get lost externally. Yeah. Entangled externally. Yeah. We continuously looking for solution externally or blaming something externally. So coming back internally, that is the huge learning, huge process I think is most important right now in every dimension, all aspect of life in humanity.
Yeah, I agree. I checked out like your social media channels, and it looks like you have a pretty decent following. And I'm curious, given you haven't done any paid media before, and it's all been sort of, from what I understand, it's all been organic. How have you grown sort of your community and your how have you grown your following in your community, social media, and on your list?
Right. And again, as you're asking, who are ready for this, I think in general is the people over 40 or even over 50s, they're more ready for this. But now, actually, there are more young people start to show up, and mostly of the time, still words of mouth. Yeah, from friends, from professionals who are open to this, refer and so on. And also our partners, working with partners such as other organizations, really generating more awareness, more participation as well. But lately, more and more people showing up just from internet. They're doing Google search, looking for something, then discover us and realize, feel this energetic resonancy, without any past experience. They're like, oh, I'm signed up for a retreat. I'm signed up for this online program. It's like more and more that happen than ever, especially in the last 3 years now. But lately also more so, I think people are more active online, no matter what is your age group. So just to discovering that. And lately also we're sharing more slow the Facebook and the YouTube. So when we do a program, our internal list, let's say, still about 60-70% is attending from our internal list. Then the rest is come from people sharing through YouTube, through Facebook, and just push the button sharing, then other people organically discovering us. So that is another beautiful phenomenon happening.
Yeah, I love that. And I absolutely believe that these tools can be used for any purpose, and it depends on your intention, right? So, people can, especially I think a lot of like more spiritually inclined folks historically have given money a bad name, given social media a bad name, and marketing a bad name. But honestly, I mean, these things can be extremely powerful whenever the right intention is behind them. And so I think it's beautiful that in the last 3 years, people have been gravitating towards you. I mean, because you do have like an energetic, vibrational sort of footprint on your social media channels and on YouTube, and the people with that who are seeking that, I believe will find you. So I'm so grateful that folks are finding you that way. How do you stay consistent with your sort of the marketing piece of what you do? I imagine when you started this practice, and especially as you started to unfold into becoming a master and a teacher, you weren't thinking like, how am I going to market myself as a business owner?
Right. Yeah, I have to learn, everything pretty much from scratch. And, when I came back after finishing my master training program in the Medicine Qigong Hospital about, 18 years ago, I came back to US. I know I want to teach full time, but there's no such job as a Qigong master. No one can offering a job to me, So I had no idea, how this could unfold. But I made this conscious choice that is whatever it takes, I'm going to, move forward with this dedication, this commitment. And so the vision has been big from the very beginning, but I have to make a step, one step at a time. So in this case, I have learned, really consciously, all aspects, including the importance of marketing. So including, from very beginning when I had events, I consciously, have people sign up their emails, consciously communicate with them, follow up with them. That was like 20 years ago. So now, the team is helping doing that, but we're continuously learning, what is the template, what is the effective template, how to streamline everything. So I feel we're doing pretty well, but on the other hand is knowing that there's so much greater potential out there. So many people need this, and so many people don't know.
Right.
How powerful wisdom healing qigong, or how accessible, easy to do. So it's like so to educate people to make this bridge is feels like it's I don't think of marketing just as conventional marketing. It's really education. It's really making the bridge. And another interpretation of the words is promotion. Is promotion. Proactively, motion. You're putting something in a motion. Otherwise, nothing happens. Just stop. You're
Oh my gosh.
proactively moving something. That is called promotion.
Right now you're writing my marketing right now. You're like, I need to.
You got it. So I know you're feeling it. It's the importance of that. But that was clear from very beginning for me. So the part of that work is really how to bridge it. Yeah, making the bridge. Languaging and how to structure the program and how to everything, timing, all that is important. So I feel, really 50% of the work in terms of our organization is really on that pieces. And the rest is important, of course, for me to teach, to follow up, to support, and it's all important. But without the first piece, the second piece cannot happen. And also, at the same time, the both is really, inseparable. I feel it's inseparable. When I'm teaching, honestly, I'm promoting wisdom healing qigong. Everything we're doing is we're promoting something. It's not about money. We're promoting a new paradigm. We're promoting, another level of consciousness. We're promoting this process of healing. We're promoting the energy that's being generated over the history. Speaking of wisdom healing qigong, can trace back 5,000 years old history. That is not just in the book. That means energetically is present on the planet Earth. So we're promoting that energy. We're promoting that blessing, that spiritual connection. We're promoting this vision. We're not just starting with ourselves. We kind of embody that vision in a new way in a contemporary, time right now, especially.
Wow. That was beautiful. And I think that there were so many little snippets in there that were so eloquent and so I'm like, wow, I think I need to like really think about that. This like the promotion. I love how you broke down that word. That is really cool. I talk about like marketing as empathy, and it's nothing pushy. It's not that I'm not into pushy. I'm not into salesy. I'm not into any of that. I'm into empathizing. I'm into having an offering that's aligned with, that's channeled, by source, and promoting that with empathy into the hearts and minds of the people who need it. So I just love what you just said.
Yeah, I think take three things. One is what is your highest purpose? And the second is, communicating the truth. Yeah, what is true? Deeply true. Yeah, what do we stand for? True. And true doesn't mean black and white. What is important? What is beneficial? What is truthfully, nourishing, life nourishing? And the third is the skill. Take skill. You cannot just be chill, okay, whatever. Take skill to communicate, to make the bridge again. So that's, I think, the three aspects we contribute into, the effectiveness, the benefit, the service.
How do you stay authentic with in your like marketing and promotion efforts as you are bringing in more help and delegating more so that you can focus on what you need to focus on, the actual teaching of the practice?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is the authenticity is this not just the message, the experience is coming from, not only just the teaching, not just the words from your teacher or from the book, is directly come from your own experience. And as well, the experience of the community. So you cannot limit it to your experience of just from your own perspective. As a human being, on one hand, we're complex, multiple dimensional. Sometimes I feel like in this lifetime I have lived many lifetimes of karma already, especially, living in the US and encountering so many interactions with other peoples. And this allow me to learn, about myself, my own life, but also, learn from others, from my students, from other practitioners, by serving with them, be with them, it's really the best way to learn about life in general.
What kind of rituals and routines help you show up in the world aligned and ready to serve your people?
Actually, one of the most important routine is we call organizing a chi field meditation. And basically, it's a meditation to connect with the three energy home, our energy body as the inner home, then the planet Earth, the universe, as the big home. Then the third home is the community, and with shared purpose. The shared purpose of healing, awakening, shared purpose of this energy quality we're cultivating, such as loving kindness, compassion, and joy, and creativity and wisdom. So when we're cultivating these energy quality or frequency, we continuously bring our mind, bring our heart to this connection, to this dedication. So that is called the chi field energy, chi field energy. So it's basically cultivating the three home. Yeah, the energy body beyond your physical body, and then the energy of the nature, including the earth and the universe. Then the energy that we're generating slow, these tradition, these wisdom traditions. And so these three aspects allow me to really, anchor, who I am, and making the connection in the most direct experiential way. That is kind of my most repeated events or ritual or practice.
What is your next level, and how do you plan to impact and reach more people in the near future?
So before I answer that question, I just want to mention, the practice of wisdom healing Qigong is really very simple, very accessible, and anyone can do it, any place, any ages, any health issues, including chronic or incurable condition, including prevention, including, want to live longer, more consciously, more sustainable, more healthy way, in terms of longevity. As well, the same process is really allow you to, wake to your essence, this awakening process. So the method is really a combination of movement, very meditative movement, then the sound, through the vibration, you accessing the energy of your heart, the energy of your five organs, the energy of your emotional, mental, spiritual body. Then also incorporating the meditation, as I mentioned. So these three aspects allow you to access the energy of wholeness, the essence of who you are in the most personal, direct, and effective way. So it's a repetition, everyday process. The common, complaint we have, in spite of complexity of issues we're facing, personal, collective level, the common complaint is, I don't have enough energy, fear depletion of energy. Yeah. So in Qigong process is realizing, through these simple practice, especially consistent practice, you're generating more energy. So more energy bring you more health. Yeah, more energy, awakening, opening your heart, bring you more joy. And more energy also bring you more connection of life, more deeper fulfillment of your life in general. So that is really the simple, very accessible approach. In terms of holding, the vision, on one hand, as I share with you, holding the vision of practicing with whoever is ready, and 5,000, why not 50,000, and a consistent basis. But on the other hand, it's really, I'm also learning, continuously learning, just to show up more fully in this moment. So when we cultivating, another level of consciousness, the biggest step is really, learn to be more aware, more mindful, more present. Without that step, you cannot really move into any place. So showing up more fully. And so in that process, we can discover, including myself, I can discover what is my next possibility, the hidden potential, so to speak. And even just asking the question, what is my hidden potential? And that is a powerful question. I think we are all, in some level, we're facing it. In some level, truly beneficial.
What is my hidden potential? That's going in the morning ritual for sure. What is my hidden potential? And then showing up fully for whatever that hidden potential is, being available for it. And then whatever needs to happen next for you to reach the 50,000 people or whatever, that number doesn't matter. But whatever it takes to reach those people will just unfold organically, naturally, beautifully, because you showed up for that hidden potential. Yeah, it's marketing. That's our new definition of marketing.
Yeah, you summarized the process beautifully.
I'm imagining that there are people who are listening right now who would really love to learn more from you and hear more from you. So I'm wondering what are some of the best ways for people to find you, and if there are any links, we'll make sure to put them in the show notes. But is there anything else that you would want to direct people to?
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, really, I do know the best way right now is starting online. So again, we have abundant free resources and live stream activity happening as a free service. So you can go to the chicenter.com/chi TV, CHI, the chi spells CHI, chicenter.com/chi TV. And then the second resource is you can also take advantage is a free ebook plus guided practice to enhance your immune system, reduce stress, physical, emotional levels. And that's is the link. I think it's ancienthealingsecrets.com. ancienthealingsecrets.com.
That's a great URL. Also, I would just want to emphasize how critical right now, given the spread of the virus, the epidemic, pandemic, corona, all of that. Given all of that, how critical your work is for people for their emotional and physical and spiritual well-being. So I'm really grateful that we had this interview today and that we can direct people to those wonderful resources. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for this sharing. I enjoy every moment of it. Thank you for what you do. For your presence in the world. Yeah, thank you all the listeners for joining us.
Thank you all, and I hope that you're all hanging in there and soaking up any beauty that you can. Love y'all.